All right, today we're talking about songwriting once again, and I've been teaching the guitar class and teaching songwriting aspects for a really long time. What I like to do now is just basically write a song in front of your face, and just to make sure that you know it's not something I actually worked at before, I'm going to have you guys give me a couple of words and nouns or verbs, and I'll put them in the song. So let me hear a couple of ideas of something that you would like to hear in a song. Dog. Maybe dog ran away. What else?
Pretty trees.
Pretty trees. What else?
Blue moon with a slight orange hue.
How about this blue? How about this blue moon?
Comfortably known.
How about no? I'll spell it the way they spell it. How's that? All right. Is that cool?
Yeah.
That's cool. All right. So what I do a lot of times when I write a song is, and this is kind of like the brainstorming. Pretend this is something that would come from me. That I have these kind of concepts, and make sure you're listening right now. If you're playing, I can't hear what's going on. And so basically, what I'm going to do is go through here and kind of put something together. Again, 16 measures. 16 beats are what we normally have. 4-measure phrases. A da 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 da, and so forth like that. Not everything has to rhyme. However, if you want to follow the convention of rhyming, it's not the end of the world. So what I'm going to do is do something out of this. So I got dog, ran away, pretty trees, blue moon, and for some reason right now, the kind of the chorus is really ringing out to me at doing something. So I'm going to kind of write that first. And sometimes I write the chorus first, sometimes I write the verse first. This one kind of sings like this. Pretty trees in the wind. Let's see, pretty trees. Blue moon. Pretty trees in the wind. Pretty trees. Blue moon. Watching them. That sounds good. And I'm not stuck with anything. And one of the things also when you're songwriting, once you have something on paper, you can go edit it. So you just got to get something there. It's kind of like writing on paper, kind of like doing anything that's creative. If you're trying to write a poem, you just got to get something on paper so you can go through and modify it. So to me, that feels like the chorus right now, but I might even change that a little bit right now. Here's the narrative part. So there is a dog that ran away. A child. So sad. Okay, how about that? So that could be a verse there. Now this part here kind of matches, and the second half of this matches together, and it's syllable-wise, kind of a ballpark area. And again, there's no one set rule. It could be all, let's say, 8 syllables for all of the 4 lines, or it could be 8 syllables, 4 syllables, 4 syllables. Usually it's something that's a little bit symmetrical when I do this. And what I usually do is label that as a chorus, and I'll put that as verse 1. Let's see, what else can I put down? How about this? You know that a numb feeling they lost. Never ready. You're never ready for it. Call that verse 2. Just for fun, I guess I could put a bridge in here. I'm not sure this song really feels like a bridge. Maybe I'll just put a bridge in and it's kind of go along with that. Don't cry. It will get better. See the sun? Yeah, there it is. So we'll call it the bridge. And I don't know. Let me see if I can come up with another verse. I might not be able to come up with another verse. Real quick, mark this one. Pretty trees in the wind, pretty trees, blue moon watching over. How about us? Like that. There's a dog that ran away, a child so sad. You know that numb feeling I lost you're never ready for. Don't cry or get better. See the sun. Yeah, there it is. In some ways, I kind of want to end the story. I want to kind of like complete this story, whatever the narrative is of a ray of hope. Over there. See, it didn't take long. No more despair. I don't know. That'll work. So now I got words. I got some words here to kind of play around with. And at this point now, I kind of come up with a song. And because for you all, the key of G is a really good key. I'll just use the key of G, just kind of makes it. So 1, 4, 5, or 5, 7, the key of G. So the 1 chord. So G, C, and D7. I might throw a minor chord in there if I feel like it, but we'll kind of see. And so I'm going to use, this is a kind of a standard chord progression that a lot of folks use. So I'm going to use a G chord, going to E minor, to A minor, to D or D7 on there. So that's a 1, 6, 2 to 5, 7 chord progression. That's used a lot. I use it a lot. Now, if I want, I could probably use the same chord progression for the verse, but you know what? Again, comparing contrast is really good. Do not bore me when you're boring music, and how do you keep me from getting bored? Comparing contrast. So if I have this chord progression up here for the chorus, let me use something different for the verse. So I'm going to probably start with the same G chord because we're in the key of G. There is a dog that ran away, a child so sad. That'll work. It's not perfect, but that'll work. So 1 chord, to a 4 chord, back to a 1, to a 5, 7. And so I'm just going to use that for the rest of the verses. Let's use that same chord progression for the rest of the verses there. Okay. And then, now on the bridge, as I talked about before, and I think the Beatles' middle 8, it's contrasting. So if I started with a G chord, what's another chord I could start with this in the key of G? I could start with D, C. A lot of times starting with a 4 chord on a bridge just sounds good. If you just trust me, there's a lot of times it goes to that 4 chord. So I'm just going to follow that convention there. So you know that numb feeling of lost, you're never ready for. Don't cry, it will get better. See the sun. Yeah, there it is. That'll work. Don't cry. It will get better. See the sun. Yeah, there it is. I kind of like that better, so I'm going to use that there. So it's a C chord to a 1 chord to C to D7. And why do you think we're using a D7 chord? Because I'm going back to G, right? I'm going back to the home chord. That's the 5, 7. 5, 7 wants to go back to the 1 chord. And so a lot of this stuff is music theory that I've been talking to y'all since day 1. So let me rock this song out to y'all. See how it sounds. So what I'm here. So let me have a form over here. Let's say that. Let's say I use a verse, then a chorus, a verse, And then how about a bridge, verse, chorus? How about that's my form? That'll be okay? All right. So. There is a dog that ran away, a child so sad. Pretty trees in the wind, pretty trees watching over us. You know that numb feeling of lost you're never ready for. Don't cry, it will get better. See the sun, yeah, there it is. A ray of hope over there. See, it didn't take long. No more despair. Pretty trees in the wind. Pretty trees watching